We are all
Hello,
doing great. We can go. We can go, ma'am.
are we live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can see someone on video. Are we live, Jordan? Can I confirm?
Yes, ma'am. We are on live.
Okay. Okay. Very, very good evening, everyone. Just put a thumbs up if you can see us, you can hear us. Excellent. Okay. So, extremely glad, privileged to welcome each of you to this 1 hour webinar or a discussion around the most important topic which affects all of us. I'm sure all of you are thinking about what is happening with AI and how do I move with AI to the next maybe whatever decades that you have left. And before even beginning the webinar, let me thank each of you for joining on a Friday evening, 6:30 p.m. Instead of maybe watching some TV or Instagram, you have decided to join us, which is really, really, we are truly grateful. And we are hoping that this 1 hour, you will reflect some of the thoughts that which we have in mind, and we will go back with some definite answers. That is what we hope for. And thank you again for joining in this evening on a weekend. We are looking at, I think there's some jump on this. Okay. So before moving on, let me introduce ourselves. We are Reva Academy for Corporate Excellence. This is an entity within Reva University. Those who are in Bangalore, please raise your hands if you are from Bangalore. This is a beautiful campus towards North Bangalore, and we have about 16,000 people. Good to see some hands there. 16,000 students, 2,000 plus staff, and we have an entity which we proudly call as Reva Academy for Corporate Excellence, where we design and deliver programs for working professionals. And we have been doing emerging technology related career development programs, especially in AI, for the past 8 to 9 years. And we do multiple programs. It could be a master's or or custom training for companies. What we do, there is something which is jumping. Sorry. So this is what we. This is a small glimpse of our sessions and how do we conduct the sessions, etc. So you can definitely, we would invite all of you to visit us, and we can have an open dialogue on what is that AI has in store for you, right? So this is one thing that we would want to share about what we do. So we have an amazing ecosystem. Dr. Shriram is part of our mentor board and have been helping us converting some of these ideas into demonstrable projects and products, which is the way to build your career, right? Careers cannot be built by just by certifications. Careers are built by actually doing the things. That means projects are important, or your experience matters, not just learning, right? Learning to applied learning is what we focus on. And how do we do it? We have 50 plus industry mentors who are amazing senior leaders who are very hands on. Most of them are CXO levels, CTO, CDO, CIO, CISOs, and we have an amazing tooling ecosystem as well, certification partners, which some of it is you can see on the screen. Uh, we are going to talk about this very important question, because as I mentioned, nothing more important to each of us than building a career. Not we are very intentionally using the word career. It's not job, right? Job is you are hopping from one job to another. Career is another thing. Career is marathon, whereas job is sprints. How do we build a decade long career? But today, that long term career idea which we had is also changing, right? Because we are looking at some kind of a pivot happening every 10 years or every 5 years. But the question is that how do we, what is that we bring today? If you are a student, what is that you bring today? If you are a professional with less than 10 years of experience, what is the domain that you specialize today? If you are about 20 years of experience, what is that you have already built? So what do you bring today? Plus, how do I now add AI to it? or if you have already added AI to it, are you using AI as a user or a super user, or you are really riding and developing AI, right? Where exactly you are in this track of AI. This is what we would request Dr. Shriram after he has an illustrious, amazing illustrious career mentoring, deploying, designing projects and products in AI. And AI, I think he's an all-rounder. And I have an excellent slide which he has put here, which he says that you can see this, right? He is a prolific author, 54 plus books, and patents which are 35 plus, most of them granted. 160 plus, I think we really don't know how he gets time to even reach these kind of numbers, right? And he has an amazing YouTube channel as well. We will share those links. But most interestingly, he has written this, right? How he built it. This is not he has intentionally built it. He just happened to learn, build, and share it in public. And everything else, these line items, what you see here, everything happened. So it shows that a person who is really passionate, who really continuously learning, because that's the only thing that even race we promote from our life. What we have seen is all our mentors have been continuously learning, whatever be the technologies. Skill is a combination of different things that you learn through your experience, how the technology changes from the market. And continuously, if you learn, not just learn, along with that, build it, build products, build projects. And most importantly, very few of us do is sharing it in public, right? That is how, maybe when you are looking at personal branding, which is important in today's AI age, where a lot of discussions are happening, are you also adding value to those discussions? Are you sharing what you are uniquely capable of building? I think Dr. Sriram did all of it, and that's why he has a huge fan following, followership in almost all social media platforms. And we are so glad, Dr. Sriram, today you are going to give us the right guidance on where do we start, or we have already started the journey, but how do we accelerate this wherever we are with AI? And with that, looking forward to a great session, Dr. Sriram. Please
Thank
take
you.
over, and
Sure.
we will come back towards the end after about 45 minutes of session, and then we will discuss the questions. Please put your questions on the chat, and we would love to collate all these things towards the end, and then we will wrap it up. Hope this is going to
Perfect.
be an exciting and insightful session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Shinu. And I hope I'm audible and clear. Uh,
Yes, yes,
can you hear me?
yes.
Perfect. Right. So thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. One thing that I would like to reiterate, whatever Dr. Shinu has conveyed here, whatever you are seeing in front of you, the numbers, the awards, the recognitions, all these, right? It all started very, very small. But you need to start. Everything has to be started. And over a period of time, it will consistently show you results and you will be able to win the race. That's it. You will have to continuously learn, try, try. That's it. So that's the only mantra I follow. And all the success, whatever you are seeing in front of it, is a result of consistency, right? So before learning AI, learn one thing: consistency. Without consistency, things will not get better, right? What are you going to get in this session? The first, one real read on the market, where AI careers actually stand in 2026 beyond hype and fear. Everybody is hyping. You, me, whomever you are talking to, everybody is hyping. But we need to know what's the fact. Second, your position on the map, a very honest way to locate where you are today. Third, a roadmap, the next three moves for your specific starting point. Fourth, a 90-day plan you can start from Monday. And five, a compounding habit. I always believe in this compounding habit: learn, build, share, and go on a repeat. Learn, build, share, and go on a repeat. And most important point I'm telling you, Sriram, I am not a coder. I have not come from the computer science background. I am not familiar with the terms that you are talking. Can I learn AI? Yes, you can when I can. I am a computer science graduate? No. Did I do my PhD in computer science? No. I am an instrumentation engineer. I got no connect with AI. When I can do that, you can do that. 90% of the people whom I work with, who are all stalwarts in AI, they are all not computer science background guys. So if you are not from the computer science background, don't worry at all. It's actually a blessing that you are not there, and you will genuinely learn a lot of things, and you can cover up the huge industry with your knowledge in other areas. Let's get into the landscape. Before you get into the landscape, I would like to give you a very simple input here. Please keep the chat active. If at all you have any questions, please type it in the chat. I'll be very happy to answer that at the end of it. And if you have a question that needs immediate answer, raise your hands. I'll try to see it in the parallel window that I have open, and I'll try to answer you. But I may need time. Okay. So the landscape. Let's start with the landscape and why this moment, whatever we are in, is different. Are we in a different moment? Yes, this is genuinely a very, very different moment. 2026 is the year AI stopped being optional. I repeat, you are not in an era where you can say AI is optional. Look at the numbers. AI skills in the job postings up 297% over the decade. Agentic AI postings up 280% year on year. Now around 90,000 US listings are there. The World Economic Forum projects 78 million net new jobs by 2030 and 170 million created, 92 million displaced. I repeat it, 92 million displaced. And the workers with advanced skills earn up to 56% more than peers. So the signal is unmistakable. Demand for AI fluency is growing many times faster than the job market overall. And it now reaches the healthcare, the finance, the manufacturing, government, not just tech. You guys agree to this point? We are in the prime period. We are in the peak. We are in the era where we really have to use this and grow. Shriram, will it replace our jobs? It can displace jobs. It can replace people who are reluctant to learn. We'll talk about it a little more a little later when we get into the Q&A session. I'm sure this question will be there with most of you. All right, what actually changed? So, what has changed? We have moved from using AI to directing it. I repeat, we have moved from using AI to directing it. Yesterday, AI was a tool you prompt. You ask, it answers, and you do all the planning and checking. For example, I have to go to Chennai. I will ask it. It will give me the complete gyan. It will speak all gyan. These are all the list of hotels available. These are all the flights available. All the planning it will give. But today, AI is agents you direct. They plan, they act, they call tools, and they self-correct across multiple, many steps. So, what I'm trying to tell you is simple. Yesterday, it was just brain, LLM, which was answering questions. Today, it is your complete body, which has got tools connected to it. I've got my hands, I've got my legs, I've got everything. And it is set of tools which come along with you. So, you are in an era which is unimaginable. Now, AI can do things. Your job becomes setting the goals, the guardrails, and the checks. The scarce skill shifts from doing to designing and governing. Do you understand this point? The skill is now designing and governing. That's what we need. The numbers back this. You can see the numbers right there on the screen. 62% of the organizations are experimenting with agents. 23% are already scaling. 40% of enterprise apps will embed agents by end of 2026. 91% of the leaders say agent skills will be very critical within the next 3 years. It is hyped, but that's how it is. It has got value, so it is hyped, right? So what actually changed? AI was talking, AI is now doing. AI was advising, AI is now working. AI was just a gyan giver, now it is an action. It is a doer, right? That's the major difference that we have. All right, before we go further, let's clear the myths around, right? We will retire 3 myths right now. Myth one, AI will take my job. Reality, it reshapes far more than it removes them. It reshapes far more than it removes them. The work changes. Yes, you will undergo challenges. The work changes. It rarely just vanishes. Myth 2. I need a PhD or I must be a coder. Reality? No. The largest new category is AI augmented frontline workforce in sales, service, HR, operations, and most of it needs no code at all. Myth 3. This is for all of us. I miss my boat. No, sir. The bar is low and rising fast. The best time to start was last year. The second best is tonight. If you have not started it, let's start it tonight. As simple as that. You have not missed the bus. You have not missed the boat. The boat is still there. Only thing is you have to jump onto it, try, move ahead. And here again, one thing that I need to tell you. Where do I learn agents? Where do I learn AI? Do I need to learn machine learning, deep learning, Gen AI, and then I need to come to AI agents? This is a very fundamental question that many people ask me wherever I go and deliver a lecture. To answer you, it is good to have that knowledge. It is good, really good to have. But if you learn all those and then come and build agents, that will take years for you. So parallelly learn. That's the best way to do it. You gain expertise in agents because nowadays you have no code tools. You've got platforms like every company is having their own platforms. Claude has it, Gemini has it, ChatGPT has it. Everybody has got their own platforms, which does not require a lot of coding skills, and foundation math even is not required. But on the other side, I strongly recommend you to learn that because foundations cannot ever be replaced. If you know it, that's going to add a lot of value. Don't think that I don't want that. No, it's not required. It's not the right answer. I feel that you need it. So where are you today? This is part two of my discussion. You cannot plan a route without knowing your starting point. I repeat, you cannot plan. It's very, very difficult. So let's find yours, right? So find yourself on the map. There are four starting points, four routes. The student or the fresher. The time and energy on your side, but light on the real world proof. Your job is to convert learning into ship projects. You need to convert all your learning into ship projects. This is for student and fresher. When you come to working professional, you are already strong in a domain, new to AI. Your job is to add AI fluency and become the AI person on your team. Third, the engineer. You can already build. Your job is to move up to the agents, evaluation, orchestration. We do not have people. I'm telling you, the evaluation part of it, orchestration part of it, the governance part of it, the observability part of it, all these we do not have people. People are not there. They do not have skills. We do not have sufficient skilled people. You will be paid so heavily well, provided you align yourself. Then comes the leader or manager. You are the decider. You decide where AI lands. Your job is to redesign the workflow, set the governance, upskill your people. That's all. Find yourself in the map. Are you a student or fresher? Put your time and energy very clearly on real world proof items. Convert learning into some ship projects. That's all. Working professional, I told you, become a person in your team. That itself is a skill. Then engineer, you can already build, go to agents. Think about orchestration. Think about evaluation. Then manager, build your team. Four starting points very clearly. You will obviously fit into any of this. One of these you should be fitting into, right? Okay. We'll have a very honest self audit right now. Score yourself from 1 to 5 on each of these six. AI foundations, tools and tech, building and shipping, domain depth, communication, and visibility. You can take half a minute or 1 minute to rate it 1 to 5. Be honest, this map is only 5. The chart here shows a very common shape. Strong domain, weak visibility could be there. Wherever your lowest to sit, that's usually where next 90 days should go for you. That's the way I put it up. If you get marks very low in probably the building and shipping part and the domain depth, next 90 days should go on that. Or if you have got first four properly available with you, and communication and visibility is not there, spend next 90 days there. I have seen a lot of people who work with me, whom I work with, they are visible. Visibility is very important. Like Shinji said when we started it, you should be visible in the Git. You should be visible in the LinkedIn. Build project. Without it, it's very, very difficult. I see hands being raised. Type your questions in the chat. I will take up the questions and I will for sure answer them. Currently, I do not see much questions. There are pointers only coming up. Okay, so please type your questions, friends. It's easy for me. Narendra Kumar or somebody, I do not see the full name. Yeah. Please have a look at it and type your questions. I'll be very glad to take it up. All right. So now please understand, sir, I do not know Python. Sir, I do not know what is RAG. I do not know frameworks. Everything you have a start. You need to have a start, right? So that is very, very critical. And without you having the start, it's going to be very difficult. So the first one, if you see here, the AI skill stack is presented for you, all built layer by layer. Let's go from foundation. You need to understand clearly what are the models. We are going to ChatGPT. We are going to Gemini. Have we ever cared which model will be the best for me to answer the questions? If you use Fable from Claude, it will burn your tokens 50% more. Are we aware of it? So please understand what are the models. You cannot have a neurosurgeon to treat a fever, right? A mild fever can be treated by normal general physician. That is enough. Neurosurgeon has to handle toughest things. So please understand how the models work. Which model is good to go? Then comes the prompting part of it. Sir, I enter a prompt, sir. I get a reply, but my friend is entering a prompt and he is getting a better reply. This is always very common thing that I have seen. One who is having better prompting skills is always the one who is demanded right now in the market. How do we develop the skills? Very simple. Try, learn, keep trying, keep trying. That's the best way to try. You have three different units available: Claude, GPT, and the Gemini. Try it in all the three. See the way they respond. Learn. Literacy is something that we can gain out of this process. I used to learn like that. I used to get my inputs from all the 3 or 4 engines, whatever we have in front of us, and then I used to learn that way. That's the best way to go ahead with. Then comes the technical craft of it. You must be technically sound, is what I feel. Though there could be people who can deny it and who can differ from this opinion, to me, you should be technically sound. Without having that technical depth, I'm sure you will not be able to face your clients. I'm sure you will not be able to build systems to the expectation. So develop your technical skills. Then comes the judgment. How to frame the problem, how to approach a particular problem, which workflow will be useful, which model can sort this out, what is the evaluation technique, what is the observability dashboard that I need to have, what is the explainability that I need to have. These are all judgment things that will come into picture for you. Then finally comes the human edge. You need to have the communication skill. Domain depth will not come in day one. You need time. You definitely need time. And ethics. This is a separate topic where I can ask Shinji to schedule a session for that alone. Ethics in AI is something which is very, very critical and key as well, right? So please understand the leadership skill, the ethics, the empathy, all these things AI cannot replace you. You have ethics, you have leadership skills, you have empathy and sympathy, which AI will not have. So this is the layer that I want you to remember. This is how you need to grow. All right, let's get into the roadmap. Part 3 of my discussion. What next? Right? Please understand the roles that barely existed 2 years ago are all listed here. Look at the roles, they all barely existed. Many of us would not have even dreamt of these kind of roles 2 years back. On the critical technical track, AI or applied AI engineer. This is the fastest growing US job title, 2 years running, and agent architect who can design the multi-agent systems. The forward deployed engineer, up around 800% in 2025. The RAG or context engineer. On the applied track, if you see, it's going to be even more better. AI and governance assurance, the AI product manager, the agent ops and evaluation person, The AI augmented frontline roles, and most of them are no-code platforms. Two tracks, not one, both are hiring. That's the point that you need to finally understand. You can pick any of this. You can become good in any of this. Opportunities are real plenty. I'm telling you, opportunities are really very huge. We are not going to miss this boat. That's what I'm telling you. If you have felt already that you have missed the boat, no, you have not missed it. Start it tonight. Over a period of time, in next 90 days, you will have some clarity in the career path that you are going. All right. You need to shape your career in a very durable way. Shape of a durable career, how it looks like. For a career that lasts, go T-shaped. We always call it as T-shaped, not just deep. The horizontal bar is broad A literacy plus human skills. We've got enough fluency to work with agents anywhere then, right? The vertical bar that you carry then is a deep expertise in one or two domains you already know well. You take me as an example. I'm an instrumentation engineer. I got a lot of industrial experience. I worked with real industries. Now I am applying agentic AI for the industrial AI solutions. So the vertical bar that I have carried is from production and manufacturing industries. The horizontal bar, the T-shaped, the horizontal bar is the AI literacy. Now my industrial AI skills is mapping with the horizontal bar, which is my AI skills. I mean industrial skills and AI skills that goes deep. You cannot live alone with just AI skills. You need to have T coming in. Vertical is your domain skill. Horizontal is your AI skill. Fit it. Only one of them you cannot grow. I'm sorry to say, only one of them doesn't have a future. Your domain is your unfair advantage actually. Banking, healthcare, manufacturing, teaching, whatever it is. I included even teaching, right? AI plus that context is rare and valuable. The current scenario, teaching plus AI, industry plus AI, banking plus AI, manufacturing plus AI, healthcare plus AI, right? It's amazing. We are getting into an era where your domain skills also matters a lot along with AI coming into picture. So please understand that point. The next three moves that I'm going to talk about right now. Before you go ahead further, I would like to request and find out answer from the participants who are sitting here listening to session. How many of you have got a very active, let me stop sharing screen because I want to see you and interact. How many of you here have got a live active LinkedIn account? Any thumbs up, thumbs down, good, bad, ugly, whatever. No, sir, I don't care. I don't want it. So you can type in the chat +1, +1, +1. You can put yes, no, you can put. Let's keep it active. I don't see anybody typing in the chat. Yeah, +1, +1. Okay, only 3, 4, 5. Out of 48, it's 5, 6, not even 10%. Yeah, more than 10% now. Good. So we are getting people to respond now. I'm happy people are interacting. Now, LinkedIn, you guys are active. I'm very happy. Now tell me, how many of you have got active Git account? Git. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Honest answer. I need a honest answer, please, friends. Very few. I did not get answers from everybody, right? So I saw a couple of nopes as well. This is the problem I'm trying to convey you. I wanted to see the chat, that's why I disabled the screen sharing. Now, please understand, all of us need visibility. Shriram needs visibility. Shuniji needs visibility. Team who's working here needs visibility. So do you. Without visibility, can you earn your job? No, you cannot. So please listen to me carefully for the next few minutes. Student, if you are a student, please go ahead and master foundations in Python. Ship at least 3 real projects to GitHub. You can generate the project code with Cloud Code or with ChatGPT or Gemini or anything, but understand what you are doing. It should be your thought process. Have a proper README file. Proper output screen should be there. Go ahead, push it onto the GitHub. At least 3 real good projects. then you can become an intern or contribute to the open source. I'll tell you, there are foundations like Agentic AI foundations where you can start becoming members. N8N foundations are there. Agentic AI Foundation, N8N, the Docker community, the AWS community for Agentic AI, the Microsoft communities for Agentic, Google communities, Intel has got a community. There are thousands of communities that you can see. I'll just go back to my first slide right now once again, just to tell you how many communities are available and where do I contribute. When I contribute as a mentor, you can learn from them as a learner, and over a period of time, you can contribute. See, Docker Captain, MEP, AWS, NVIDIA, ARM, Intel, IBM, Google, AAF, ACM, all these I work very actively. I'm an active contributor in everything. So you can pick few of this and start learning from them. Does it make sense? You need to get the best of the inputs from best of the people. These guys are the best. They are the market leaders, right? Obviously, they know they are the market leaders. They know where it goes to. So please start interacting with those kind of community, participate and become visible, right? So for working professional, please build AI fluency and prompting. Sir, I have tried, sir, but I'm not getting. There are prompting gates which are available. AI fluency can be learned. I'm 10 years experienced. I'm just getting into AI. We see a lot of advertisements, right? Towards 40, you'll be kicked out of the market. All these kind of advertisements are very demotivating. Don't see them. You can do, right? Start slow, automate a task in your own job, become your team's AI engineer, and then become your team's to go AI person. Slowly you will elevate yourself, and please be visible. Contribute to LinkedIn, write blogs, start slowly writing blogs. That will really be helpful. See, don't worry about who is reading, who is commenting. There will be 10 people to appreciate, there will be 100 people to depreciate. All those things are fine. Don't worry. What are we doing? We are growing. When you grow, there will be troubles. That's fine. Then when you talk about engineers who are already okay with it, learn LLMs, learn LLM APIs. How do we go ahead and pull that? RAG is a huge field. There are multiple type of RAGs available right now. So learn there, gain expertise, and then agents. I wish you ship one end-to-end agentic project. Push it in Git. Speak about it, right? Speak about it. Okay. Then you need to learn a little bit more on the evaluation part of it, how to evaluate this particular AI system, which agent is going to be needed here. There are multiple types of agents. There can be utility agent, orchestration agent, super agent, multiple types are there. So what am I going to pick for this job? Which agent is sufficient for me? I should not overdo. The problem that we have here today is we cannot burn tokens. We have seen messages, right? And companies are already telling we have over invested on AI. No, that should not happen. If you are a proper leader, you should know what you are doing. Then coming to the leader, learn what agents can do and cannot do. It is always good to say this is not an application where agent is needed. Saying no is okay. Not everything needs to be agentified. Remember, not everything needs to be agentified. I told you sometime back, right? You do not have to go with a neurosurgeon for simple cough and cold. A agent is like neurosurgeon. It's costly. Then please understand, redesigning is a skill. You can take the existing workflow, redesign it around the agents. Then you can learn the governance part of it and upskill the team. What is meant by governance here? I will pull two terms here very carefully. The one is explainability, second is observability. Explainability is how an agent has arrived at this particular answer. It has to very clearly convey the user that this is the logic at which I worked to get to the answer. This is explainability. You cannot forego. Now, models itself are having explainability. You need to ensure it's visible clearly. Observability. I am using ChatGPT or Claude. Claude, you must be seeing, right? It will tell you, sorry, your tokens are burnt and come after 2 hours. What if a system is very critical deployment system in a gas pipeline or turbine thing, or in an industry setup where there can be accidents so easily if it is missed? critical safety critical systems. There, if cloud comes and tells you that I'm sorry, tokens are burnt, I cannot work, what will happen? So we need to understand the observability part of it, where what is the amount of expense that you are making in terms of tokens, in terms of every usage, and a leader should think in this angle. A leader is special. A leaders are special. They have to understand where to say no. They have to understand where to stop, right? All these are skills which is very, very important for you. And if you are elevating yourself to be a leader, I wish you gain the skills, right? The engine of it all. What is it, sir? This is the engine behind everything. Everything. Learn, build, share, repeat. Learn, not passively. One idea you can actually use this week is learning actively. I am not a passive learner. Sir, can I learn A as a hobby? No, you cannot. You have to learn it actively. A is not a hobby. Second, build. The step most people skip. I learned, sir. I studied, I read, I listened, but I didn't develop. I didn't build. A finished project beats 10 courses, I'm telling you. You might get 10 certifications with you, but a finished project is worth 10 times more than that. Then share. Sir, I don't want to show off, sir. I'm a guy who wants people to see me by their own. I'm doing great work, let them see. No, no, that era is gone. Please, it is not showing off. You learn, you work. The world will not find you these days. You should find the world. That's how things are going. So learn, build, share. Learn, build, share. Loop. Go on the loop. You will obviously see a change. And most important point, proof. Yes, proof breeds promises for sure. Build a body of evidence. I have created that over past 6, 7 years now. Whatever I claim, I have evidence for it. Without evidence, people don't trust you. I've participated in hackathons, I've got results. I've got GitHub repo, I've got results. I've got written blogs, results. Got written books, results. Patents, results. So people see it result. People see it evidence. Just claim won't work. You build a body of evidence very clearly, not list of claims. A public GitHub with real working projects is the starting point. Short write-ups explaining what you built and why you built. A portfolio that shows rather than tells. That's very, very important. Have a portfolio. Shriram, what do you mean by portfolio? Can I create it? Yes, I'll quickly try to show you one which is very critical and important at this level. One second, I'm just trying to get it. Just give me 1 second, I'm trying to pull it out. It's not a great portfolio, but still, what I felt is I can show this to you because many of us lack this. We do not have it. Now see the screen. This is a simple portfolio that I built. See, very simple portfolio. This is nothing, no big deal. Claude helped me in doing it. I did not write single line of code. So it gives me overall picture. Very clear picture. My YouTube views, my subscriber count, videos, watch hours. These are all the places I visit. Simple, right? Why cannot you do it? You can do it. It's very, very simple. So please create these kind of stuff where you can get attention immediately. People have got very limited attention span. I'm telling you, I'm not blaming, but that's how things are. People have got very limited attention span. You need to grab their attention so fast, without which it's going to be very, very difficult, right? So employers are increasingly hiring on demonstrated work. They don't just believe in talks. I can talk for 2 hours about myself. I can talk for 2 hours, 3 hours. Any topic you give me, I can talk. But nowadays, it's not important. What have you done? Show me. Can I have your Git link? So please have demonstrated work. What you built in the open beats a stack of certificates every time. This is a very important statement I love putting on the deck. You build project. If not, it's as good as not doing it. All right. So compounding in public. This is next one very important thing. It is the same loop as a worked example. Start tiny, one blog post, one small repo, one short video. Nobody is watching it. That's fine. I'll tell you something more again. Uh, this is to just motivate you and to encourage you. Don't take it otherwise. This channel is mine, which I started in 2012. Right? This is my channel. You can see that I started in 2008 and I was active from 2012. I just uploaded one video and I left it. I've got around 1800 plus videos. So around 7 million views are there. But it is started small. Nobody is watching at times. At times, the number of views are very less. But what I do, very simple, I keep pushing. Today also, I made a video. Every day, I ensure that I have something or other there. See, I teach in my mother tongue. All those things are there. It is all purely technical, all tech. So, what we need these days is consistent effort and most importantly, to try, push, push, push. There may not be viewers, there may not be readers. That's okay. You be consistent. Why cannot you be consistent? Let's grow. Once you are caught, once you are getting the attention of the people, growth will be exponential. I'm telling you, then numbers will be just for your attention. That's it. Join communities, please. The Docker community, the Agentic AI Foundation, the Linux Foundation, the AWS community. Every company is having a community. I'm telling you. You name a company, there is a community allocated to it, connected to it. Join them. And titles follow. I'm telling you, all the titles I have shown you in the first slide is not to brag about it. It is to tell you that it will automatically follow you once you do good things. Right? So please understand that. Right. What stays scarce? As AI gets stronger, your human edge appreciates. Please understand that we are still valuable. We will remain valuable. Judgment. Knowing when to trust the model and when not to. I told you this. We have spoken enough of it. Second, problem framing. Turning a vague goal into a solvable system is a skill that you can alone do. Third, communication. Explaining, persuading, telling the story. Can AI teach like what I did? I'm sure it won't. It can teach up to the point and it can leave. But can it teach like interactively what I do? Can it encourage you like what people can do, what teachers can do? No, it cannot. So you have a strong edge. Then ethics, responsibility for what the system does. Don't tell that AI did it. No, AI didn't do. You made AI do. So when you go to the level where you really are building systems, ethics follow. You have to be ethical. You have to own the system and the response and the results. You have to be responsible, right? Then domain depth. Please have in-depth domain knowledge. Initially, to start with, you can be like Suryamshi. I can get a name, but over a period of time, you should be like Tendulkar. You need consistency and skill, right? You may get into a job easily because you built a couple of no-code systems. But over a period of time, when you want to become an architect, that is where you need Sachin as an example, Dravid as an example, Lara as an example. Consistency. Yes, it's a skill to hit success continuously, but it's always very important to have skill to stay there for a long time. So please understand that. And PwC actually found something striking. AI exposed junior roles are 7 times more likely to demand traditionally senior skills like leadership and strategic thinking. It's very amazing thing that we all can take up, and the chances are very high that we can grow. Part 4, next 90 days, I'm going to give you a 90-day plan. I know it's like a gyan, but still, we need to be in the motion. Only then we can do things. Day 1 to 30, please build foundations, pick one track and commit. 45 focus minutes daily at least. Finish one solid course, set up GitHub and LinkedIn if you have not already done that. Because I see many of you have not done that. Day 31 to 60, build. Ship one real project. You can start small. Keep it small, but keep it finished. Write a short post about it. Share it publicly. Do it nice. Love your work. It's like loving yourself. Love your work. Day 61 to 90. Show up. A second project in your domain. Contribute to one community. Post weekly, however small. Talk to few people. And then you can slowly grow. Right? And most important point, mind the traps. This is where my inputs will be very helpful to you, I believe. 6 ways good intentions stall. Tutorial help. Endless courses. Nothing shift. You can find numerous online courses. Nothing useful. Shiny tool chasing. New framework. Depth is none. Ignoring your domain. Competing only on code is useless. You will lose. Certificate collecting. Sir, I love certificates, sir. Certificates will love you back. There will not be any value to you. Waiting to feel ready. You build in public before you feel expert. Go ahead, build, then and learning invisibly. Great work no one can see and it doesn't count. You have to show the cure for all 6 is the same. Ship something small in public, slowly evolve. Do this week. There is no better time frame. Today is the best day. Today you can answer. Today you can start. Today you can grow. You can start it today, right? So where to start? A short starting kit is provided here. Foundation. You can go ahead and learn reputable LLM and ML courses plus standards Stanford AI index for big picture. You can build official documents for major model APIs are available. One agent framework. Please try that. One agent framework and not just tutorials. Then go ahead and be part of communities. The cloud and vendor programs are there. Local meetup. Be active, guys. Come on. You have to be active to follow. Then practice. Kaggle, open source repos, hackathons. Learn by finishing. The finisher always has got a respect. And stay current. One or two trusted newsletters. Don't subscribe to everything. Trusted newsletters are there. Good channels are there. Having said that, subscribe to me, okay? On a lighter note. And the rule, simple. Pick one from each of this row. A short list you finish beats a long list you admire. Start it small. Start really small. That's going to help you. I start that way. If something new comes, I don't get admiration and I don't get shocked. I start small. That's the way things work. I have a lot of mentors with me. Choose the right mentor. If you remember 5 things, one, the market is expanding and reshaping, not shrinking. No panic, please. Second, locate yourself honestly before you plan the route. Third, build the next layer up, not the entire stack at once. You cannot do that. Build the next layer, next step. Go one step at a time, sir. You cannot do everything at one go. Four, you should have your domain skills. Don't skip domain skills. Domain plus your AI plus your judgment is your advantage. Five, learn, build, share. Learn, build, share. Learn, build, share. Learn, build, share. That's it. Go on a loop. Is the best way to do. Go on a loop. Learn, build, share. I hope it was helpful. I did not threaten you. I did not scare you. I'm giving you only one point again and again and again. Start small. You will grow. You can grow. And now I'm willing to take up questions if you have any. I'll be very happy to take up. Maybe if there is a moderator, that's good.
That was the most peaceful and calm and very very soothing webinar we have ever heard, Dr.
Thank you.
Shriram. So some questions. I think the first question which came from is a worry, which Mahesh has put that he wanted to understand if the jobs are going to be replaced by AI. How do I do upskilling?
I'll answer you straight. AI won't take your jobs unless and until you restrict yourself from learning it. You have to learn. You have to adapt. You should learn working with AI. Building AI is one part of it, Magesh. Working with AI is another part of it. Learn working with AI, then you can slowly build AI. The jobs won't go because our decisions, our judgment, our effort, our skill will be needed. Only when you resist from learning, you are out of the market.
One question is about how do we get free subscriptions for the API keys?
That's a very good question. Yes, I have got many, but for that you should be part of the community. Go for meetups, participate in the meetups. They give keys. They give $500, $300, something because we cannot buy. It's very expensive. I got all the subscriptions free. I get $500 coupon from AWS and Azure quite often. But for that, you should be part of the community. They don't give it to you just like that because there is no benefit for them.
Okay. This is a question from Ram because I think he's a fresher. So, what is happening in the hiring process for tech roles for freshers?
Okay. It's like AI killed the fresher jobs, right? That's the round of understanding that we always have. No, actually, it's not the case. There are a lot of things that have happened with the fresher opening. The screening criteria flip from can you write code to can you judge AI output. That is one thing that is happening with the top companies. Second, demonstrated work is beating the credentials. Sir, I have got credentials, sir. I'm topper. I'm 9.5 CGPA. Go to hell will be the answer. Straight. Where is your demonstrated work? How many hackathons did you win? Right? Simple. An assessment integrity arms race has broken out. And this is the most discussed change, and it's very, very current. In June 2026, Infosys deferred online hiring examinations and in-person evaluations for specialist programmer and digital system engineer roles, which is affecting about 20,000 plus candidates. So AI made remote proctoring cortex gameable. So you are seeing the counter move as well coming up. Strict proctoring is coming in. So all these are a challenge. Yes, things are changing, and the communication judgment round is now becoming the real filter. Seriously, the overall my take is the process has not collapsed. It is getting reweighted. The routine task on ramp that used to justify a fresher for first 2 years is getting automated. So the entry bar moved up to the judgment and demonstrated capability, and the screening machinery is racing to detect exactly that. Right? So don't worry, things are changing. For a fresher, it's tough, but if you are adapting to it, it's going to be great.
So, one of the question is how do I show the capabilities without actually building any Gen A or Gen
No,
AI or
without
multi-agent
building, you
system?
cannot show. Without building, you cannot show. That's what I walked through all the way, right, for the past few minutes. You cannot showcase without building. Piling up certificates will not do any worth to you, will not add any worth to you. You will have to build. Start slow. Start very slow. Nothing wrong. Everybody starts slow.
One question from Dr. Venkateshan, which Gen AI to learn?
Oh, Gen A is very generic, sir. Which Gen A to learn is again big. You will have to go ahead with Gen A as such. Gen A itself is a field. Which Gen A is a wrong question there. So what I can suggest to you is which you need to understand about which architect. How do I architect things? How do we test things? How do we build AI systems? That's how we need to go ahead with. Which Gen A to learn is a very vague question.
Yeah, another very large question is which are the domains to focus? I think same
Again,
answer might be.
I combine this question with I give you answer for this question in a very simple way. You are already skilled in one domain. Say, for example, as I told you, I'm an industry person. I learned AI, I combine both. You are into healthcare, learn AI, combine both. You are into education, learn AI, combine both. That's how you have to go ahead. So that's the best way to handle it.
Okay. Bharti is asking, she's from GRC field. How IT professionals has to learn AI for GRC?
As she has herself clearly conveyed, governance. The best
Yes.
area is governance, and the best area to go ahead about is explainability. Because there is where people, I mean, we are not trusting AI in few things, right? That's where you can play a major role, Bharti.
Yeah. I think more or less we have the questions, and if you have still questions, please post it here. While I'm just sharing my
One
screen. Yeah,
one last
yes.
question has come. Maybe I can take it up and we
Yes.
can go ahead there. Which projects can we can demonstrate in the interview if I have company, if I don't have
We
company
don't have
projects?
company projects.
You will not have company projects until you get a job. So don't worry about it. Whatever academic projects you have done, whatever agentic small projects you have done, you can showcase that and explain it to the fullest, end to end. It's like you should know it completely. If you do not know it, you cannot explain. We don't look at the complexity, we look at the understanding when we recruit. Right? Thanks, Shiniji.
Yeah, so just request you to stay for a few more
Sure,
minutes.
sure. Sure.
So,
I will.
see, one thing that which Dr. Sriram has mentioned is that you need a community, you need a set of mentors, you need some kind of a guidance and directions, right? Attending 1 hour webinar, which is an excellent thing. But after that, what? What is that we must do next, right? So, if you are looking for a long-term commitment to learning, we definitely recommend that you look at our AI programs. And our programs have been defined for working professionals like you who wants to start the AI journey somewhere. Of course, you come with domain or your previous years of experience, but can you now look at adding AI to it with a mentor support, right? So what do we do in RACE or REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence is that we combine a lot of it, whatever Dr. Shriram has mentioned. You definitely, it is good to have certificates, but certificate alone is not going to give you value. Can you apply those theory into projects? We help you define your career path. Somebody asked which domain. We would have to look at your past history, past the decades of your life, and then decide which domain is what you must look at for the next maybe 10 years of your career, right? So we also have the one is that we have a program called Masters in AI, which is a weekend program for working professionals. Now, if you look at it, we actually start from Python basics. And today with the vibe coding, everyone could code. That is what Dr. Shriram was stressing on, that anyone could code. So programming to start with, getting on to machine learning, deep learning. If you remember the initial discussions that Dr. Shriram had, it is good to have. In fact, you would do much better if you are building an agentic AI system, that what kind of agents is it? Is it an ML based agent? Is it a rule based agent? Is it a reflex agent? Is it a reasoning agent? All those understanding is comes from some of these foundation understanding, right? And then you get on to maybe a NLP based projects or computer vision if you are interested in images and video processing, but with Gen AI. So we have actually almost wrapped our program around AI and agentic AI. And if you look at this, agentic AI engineering and automation, that means we would define the workflows. We would decide what kind of agentic interactions and orchestration is required, right? With all that, this is called a capstone project. This is capstone. That means the terminal project where you will apply whatever you have learned into a real world industry problem. If you come with an organizational problem, we would help with the mentors that we would solve it. Or if you do not have a company specific problem statement from RACE, since because of our consulting backgrounds, we would give you some of the projects. Similarly, moving on, you get on to reinforcement learning, say penalty based or incentive based systems. And we will also look at multimodal systems. Can you actually build a complete voice plus maybe chat agent or duplex models? These are the things that today companies are looking at. So since it is a proper MTech with AICT and UGC approved master's degree, we are looking more deeper into this. Along with that, these are critical two certifications which comes from Azure, which is a global certification. And again, we will have one more project mentored by industry mentors, and then we will help you to publish. So if you look at this, this is you spend about 60 to 70 Saturdays on it. What you get is an amazing resume in the end with projects, demonstrable projects, with global certifications, with one publication or patent in your name, right? So this is what we propose that you look at very keenly on. If you want to know more about it, please do look at it. And I'm going to open this one of our team members would put it here, that this is what people have built. That means if I'm kind of looking at, somebody was telling healthcare or say automation, right? If I'm searching for automation, and this is, mind you, this is built with AI, right? So this is built with AI. So if I'm taking automation related projects, what people have built would come, right? And you can get all those works. So there are about 38 papers, and all of them are built by very senior industry peers who are going through our programs. So what you will get is a publication, a demonstrable project in the end, right? So this is one thing that which sets us apart. That means we are not just giving you a degree, we are not giving you a CGPA, but we are actually giving you the skill that you can plug and play and get your next big career transition, right? So this is what we promise. And if you think that 2 years is too much, can we look at a shorter program? So we have a program, very successfully running program. It's called Agentic AI Engineer, and we have a start. So this is about 7 Saturdays. In 7 Saturdays, we help you build your multi-agentic system based on one of your workflow, right? There is a QR code, and team would be putting this as well. So we are looking for actually helping in either you spend 2 months with us, or if you could spend 2 years with us, both can actually help you to move into real AI. Instead of becoming a user of AI, you must move into really using and developing projects for your company. And you could see some of our participants' profiles. So you not only learn from mentors like Dr. Shriram and an amazing set of mentors, you also learn from people like, say, Guru, who has completed our AI program. He is a digital solution R&D leader with almost 25 plus years of experience. Somebody from Mercedes-Benz, somebody from EY, and people have moved places. Say Praveena, somebody who has come from, say, project delivery or IT testing. All of them are now moving to AI and leading some of these. And some of them, like, say, Mallikarjun, he comes from, say, Dr. Sriram's background, say, industrial IoT. And he works in NSP and got promoted. Amin is a very young boy who joined as a fresher and became AVP in Swiss Re in almost 3 years. And he is continuing PhD with us, right? So we have an amazing ecosystem and an excellent set of mentors, and we would love to actually meet you. Tomorrow we are on here in the campus. Do walk in. We have people whom you can interact with. You can meet all of us, and also do connect with Dr. Shriram for his wonderful community he is building. He's part of race community, plus he has his own network, and his GitHub is here, YouTube is here, and we are hoping that just get connected, right? It is important that you spend time with the right set of people. So many years, because based on some of your questions, we are assuming that you might not be in the right community. This is very critical, right? So take very informed decisions, and it might require that you spend Saturdays, because Saturdays most of you are quite free to explore something else. But we strongly believe if you are worried about your career, or if you are excited about the opportunities, then spend Saturdays meaningfully with us, right? So with that, Dr. Sriram, I have to really thank you how patiently, how beautifully you helped us to navigate and answer the queries which are worrying. I think people have more clarity, people have more peace of mind, one step at a time, small step at a time. Just keep maybe even if it is 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, just open one of those websites. There are hundreds, so you can go to ChatGPT documentation, you can go to Claude documentation, you can go
Start
to
small.
yeah, very small, or YouTube. Start with, say, Dr. Sriram's YouTube channel, but you start somewhere, right? And it's it's amazing. The power of AI is unprecedented,
Unimaginable.
right? Unimaginable, right? So we are excited. I hope we could transfer that excitement to you. At least no, I know it is 7:37. Time to go back to your family and friends. But keep this one small thought in your mind that AI is coming and it's not going to spare any of us. So you have to ride it on top of it, or otherwise we will not be there, right? To enjoy the
Rightly
food.
said.
So keep learning. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Dr.
Bye-bye.
Sriram. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.